Hello, boys and girls. My name is Koyoshi, 1907 here, welcoming you back to my 100% playthrough of Pokémon Legends Z-A for Nintendo Switch 2, where we seem to be running into this issue of constantly having to do various stuff, attacks, pretty much everything else in between. The main story, though, has been side missions after regular missions and stuff like that. Why am I wasting time? That should be much easier to defeat. Okay, why did I have to put this right next to it? Alright, let's go save this Pokemon for Rogue Mega Evolution. An overwhelming swell of Mega Power has been detected within Hyperspace Luminose. A Pokemon inside must be about to Rogue Mega Evolve. Well, I'm going in. We're just gonna stick with our highest power donuts. We got 2 of them. This one looks good for the actual battle. We can always try to make another one of those later. I'm gonna use your highest powered donuts for these main storyline parts, because otherwise you're gonna be very far behind. I will say, because the Pokemon are even level and more likely also like close to Ooh, so Heatran's like our last boss then. Well, that's the legendary Pokemon Heatran. Stay on your toes, its fiery power is intense. Yeah, it burns hot enough to even melt parts of its own steel body. That's right, which means we can expect it to be dodging attacks that'll burn something fierce. Alright. What should we get rid of if we're gonna... we can always use the others for healing. We're gonna use Gyarados and see if this is enough. Alright. How tanky is this Pokemon will be? The closer we get to Heatran, the more worried that we might melt too. But hey, it's a good sign we found a legendary Pokemon in Hyperspace. Who knows? That means there's hope for Ansha's dream. Once again, Rogue Mega Evolution is imminent, and I'm ready to handle it. This is probably going to be one of the harder battles, since it's so late. And we don't even have a 4-star donut. We did get as high level as we possibly could, though. By the way, probably the biggest tip, I keep mentioning this a lot, I'll keep mentioning it again. Make sure to actually retreat your Pokemon every once in a while. During these later battles, they can get really tough to do normally. If you don't do it normally, then it's gonna get really hard to win. Probably should have had the second water move on Gyarados. At least it isn't doing as much damage as it could be. Okay, now we can Mega Evolve. Get as much of that as we can. Wonder how much more we could fit in. Oh, it just did it, Super Mode. It didn't even give us any real time to avoid it. Oh, I probably should have sprinted more there, but that's fine. But yeah, those kind of moves, I prefer to just retreat my Pokemon entirely. Makes it so we can get more stuff done. It's totally dazed. Good. Already at Alfalfa, I see. Pausing the timer on that is important too. Oh, even more stuff now. Okay. Well, that was my own fault. I didn't really have much time to pull it back. That was my own fault for like it, pretty much, but it was also almost about to die anyway. That's what I meant by pulling back the Pokemon a lot. So now we got random things to deal with on the ground that keep popping up. This kind of reminds me like a raid battle. It almost kind of reminds me of a raid in World of Warcraft where you have to dodge all the crab and stay out of the goop, all that stuff. That's kind of what this reminds me of. Except it's in a Pokemon game, which is even more interesting. Yeah, I think Waterfall is honestly doing the most damage here. If I had more chances, I'd probably do a different move too. Like Surf, maybe? Would be my next best move. Oh, I'm already down to a little bit less than a few minutes. These extra pumpkins aren't saving me any more time though. Doesn't help when your friends aren't even using Pokemon that are super effective. This is way tighter than I expected. It's less tough based on difficulty simply due to how much health it had. Yeah, the timer was nearly our biggest issue there. So if you're not powerful enough, you straight up will lose easily. Alright. Well, now we need to catch this thing that we just calmed. Good. Cool. And that's another legendary added. Yeah, I almost forgot. I wanted to do a different legendary on my team instead to make up the difference. But I'm not sure which one I wanted to do, so I feel like it's more interesting to fight without legendaries. Alright. Mega Heat Transpire sure packs some legendary levels of power. Hello, Luminose's toughest trio. You've proven your mettle once again. I buckle you down for another late night. This rogue Mega Heat Tran data will analyze itself. The three of you should get some rest, though. Gotta admit, I'm more excited about this giant Pokeball time than all the sciencey stuff. Same, Korea. I can't wait for more butter. Know what to do, Kuliyoshi. Yep, I know what to do, indeed. Lots more berries unlocked. Hypertinga berry, Hypercacid berry, all of that. Also contain what seems to be butter again. No surprises there. Our final upgrade is here, I think. That butter's too majestic to be from our world. It could only come from here, so it's only right to call it Hyperspace butter. Alright. Come on, Yoshi and Toddy, let's go report back. Okay, I just realized there's probably way more. I'm gonna check. Yeah, there's actually quite a few more. Hey, Ansha, we brought back some upsettingly good butter. Oh, Yoshi, show it to her. Show to Ansha the Hyperspace power. Goodness, one glance tells me everything. That butter is truly out of this world. The bounty of Hyperspace is wonderful. Dots I could make with it would be worth every drop of your efforts. Is tonight the ninth, Tawny? Shall we prepare the dinner we've been discussing? Yep, I'll go and get started. Alright, so it tells me there is going to be another Hyperspace array then. I thought this was the last one, but I was mistaken. A Distojur is a treat especially for you, Naveen. Hold our special donut croissant curry, the culmination of Ansh's dreams and mine. Look, I'd be the first to say that Ansh's donuts are a work of art, but combining two good foods does not always make a masterpiece. You must know that. I mean, look at it. It's culinary chaos. Never fear. I made these donuts especially to complement Tawny's special croissant curry. Chef Ansha, you've done it again. Ian can help us build back up the energy we expend battling rogue Pokemon. Those are not battles I've been a part of. Come on, Naveen, just give it a try. You could always start with a bite of a donut, then work in the curry afterwards. Fine, it would be right to let Ansha's efforts go to waste. Ansha, this is delightful. Your talent for donuts is remarkable. Thank you. I'm no stranger to making curry donuts. Now try the donut together with the curry. Once he's actually doing it. What is this? That is a very big dramatic effect right there. Words fail me. It's delicious, yet so much more an entire universe of flavor. Such as I hesitate to praise Tawny's cooking, I must. Has Dianfa ever gotten to try one of your donuts, Ansha? My dearest mama? Only for the very first batch. I'm sure it wasn't very good. I doubt that, but I guaranteed she'd be over the moon if she tried one of these. Perhaps. Come on, Ansha. Let's eat up and get back in the kitchen. We gotta perfect our curry donut recipe so your mom can try them. At this hour, go to bed. Exactly. Alright. Now I know we can keep going into the easier ones. We might actually want to ignore the higher level hyperspace merchants. Vega, what now? Did that shout come from Vita's room? Excuse me. That was Vita, right? I think so. What's she doing? It's the dead of night. Better check on her. Oh, there's still more to do before we get to the last survey. So I guess I'll be focusing on this. Saw you. Saw who? What's the shade? Quick, we gotta check on her. Vita, we're coming in. Saw you. Don't make a ball. Is she sleep dancing? We better wake her up. Mega, wake up. What? What are you all doing in here? We heard you shout. What? I did what? I must have been dreaming. What kind of dream was it? I think I was dreaming I was at a dance audition. Yeah, but it was weird. I was tiny. Like I was still a little kid, Ansha's age or something. I was trying to show off my moves with Starmie, but nothing was going right. Starmie Mega Evolved, and Judd said that Mega Evolution was off limits. I was frantically getting Starmie to undo its Mega Evolution. Now you mention it, I wonder, if a Pokemon were to Mega Evolve outside a battle, how would you get it to change it back? I'm not sure, but here's my question. Why was Starmie dancing along with you? Honestly, I don't know. Maybe we're just that in sync. Get her since I was a kid back in Hoenn, after all. Okay. Dreams work in mysterious ways, huh? By the way, did your dreams say about someone you knew? You kept saying saw you. Oh gosh, I totally forgot about this. But back when I was a kid and Starry was still a Staryu. I can never pronounce its name. I ended up saying like saw you. Guess I kind of reverted or something. Oh, that makes sense, kind of. Well, it's cool you're such a dedicated dancer you can literally do it in your sleep, but try to keep the noise down, okay? Sorry for the shock, and thanks for checking in on me. It's fine, let's just try to get some sleep. Alright, attempt number 2 of getting sleep. Oh, we're having to stay away dream now again. It's telling us to stop. Now where are we? Somewhere else entirely. Heart. Now we can see something clearly. Looks like we've been put into Hyperspace dimension itself again. It hurts. Or so it says. Help. And now it finally deactivated the battle zone. And that did it then. Your alarm is going off. I look a little tired. My character, that is. I had an unsettling dream, as if someone or something was telling me to go away. I had a dream like that too. Say, so that's expanding and merging with Luminose. Maybe it's affecting our dreams. Say, you think it'd be easier for us to find the Pokemon that answer at once if we let Hyperspace Luminose swallow up our whole reality? No way, no how. Yeah, Karina, we can't do that. If the hyper-strong Pokemon for Hyperspace Luminose appearing here, regular traders wouldn't be able to handle them. Sorry, Lita. I was trying to lighten things up with a joke, but I guess it wasn't that funny. Shit, you're still thinking of my goal, Karina. Even with everything else going on. Oof, guess I put my foot in my mouth so deep that Anja had to help me dig it out. It's odd we haven't heard from Corbel yet. Maybe we really just need to say his name. Oh, guess I just did say it. Don't worry, TFZ. Sorry for the trouble, but would the team join me at my office? I do mean all of you this time. He sounded serious. That can't mean anything good. Guess we better get going. Alright. On to survey number 11. Guess we're gonna keep going with this then. And there is an hour survey, so we get to still grind that up instead. Oh boy. Things just got more tense again. Alright. What, we just went into hyperspace from the portal? That's weird. Wait, where are we? Certainly not Corbel's Oz, much as I'd love to be one. I think we're in hyperspace Luminose. But how? Hoopa didn't open a destruction for us or anything. Lars, TNZ, what's the meaning of this? Mrs. Janine? Did warn us that hyperspace Luminose could start merging with the real Luminose. Prophetical is looking more and more like our reality now. No way, we can't let that happen, especially not after you worked so hard to prevent it. Easy now, let's all keep a cool head. What, Emma, what's your read on this situation? Let's start with the facts. Normally you all enter hyperspace Luminose using Hubelos Valors, but this time you found yourselves here without warning, right? Right, it's bizarre, I'll say. Especially since it also seems to have affected Janif and me, and unlike when Hoopa opens the way, there's no sign of a portal back to Victor Luminous. Guess we need to just find another way out of hyperspace Luminous. Hey, did you not take a surprise one-way trip onto the Bazaar Zone, or was it just us? Yeah, we sure did. Then we're all stuck in here? Great, just great. Well, wandering around aimlessly isn't going to do any good if we can't find each other. You group had better just head here, yeah? Place that's surrounded by walls, so look for something like that. Surely they are the ones who should come and find us, nah? Hopefully once we meet up with Corvo, we'll be able to find a solution. Sounds like it's time to hunt for somewhere surrounded by walls. Okay then. Will do. Guess we just quickly move around. By walls, do they mean like this area? It doesn't be a shopping arcade, right? way bigger hyperspace portal than we've ever seen. Mishram climbed up all this way to see if he could spot anything from the roof. I hope it works because I'm not a fan of this place. No one else in sight. This is a perfect place for a marathon. There are no obstacles at all. All the different challengers are here too, huh? What the heck is going on here? If I knew this place was safe, I'd love to do some research on the relationship between Pokemon and Hyperspace Luminose, but I do value my own life. That's a different... It's, Oh, Zert the taxi driver is here too. Weird. Oh, gear? Maybe? Would be a trade guide where I could break anything I want without being revenant. Long have I waited for such a place. I could even break that fountain right there. There's a fine bit of scaffolding. I'll support your rate if you want to make it to the rooftops. It tells me we have to go to the rooftops now. There doesn't seem to be a good logo in here, so we're literally just stuck in a big maze of some sorts. Yeah, they went from doing other stuff to now they actually throw us in a big maze, and this is all part of the main storyline, so it's not like we could skip this either. So, then, how in the world do we find the dude we're looking for? We just explore bit by bit, see what happens. I saw some scary looking grown-ups over there. Ah, here they are. They really did mean surrounded by walls. We had to go from the roof to find it. The rescue team arrives. Looks like Luminose is in big-time trouble again. Anyone got any good guesses as to what's causing our current predicament? Did that distortion above the tower do this? Yeah, that seems to be the case. To be more precise, power appears to be building with the hyperspace distortion over the tower, and the power is distorting the real Luminose. There are Pokemon for hyperspace Luminose appearing in our world, but people from the real world are also being warped into hyperspace Luminose. We know the most about this whole place too. I guess our subconscious minds were more susceptible to hyperspace influence. But if these powers keep going, even person and Pokemon in Luminose, every person and Pokemon in Luminose could end up here. That's not good. In time, it's possible that no one will be able to return to the real Luminose. No way. That can't be true. That's not happening. We can't let it happen. We gotta protect Luminose. Okay. Oh boy. Now what? But now we're back here all of a sudden. Huh, looks like we're back. Appearance we all just stared suggests that Hyperspace Luminose may indeed be merging with the real Luminose, and it's only just beginning. But how much time do we have left? Remember how Hyperspace Luminose would get unstable if 4 or more people went in at once? Think of how many folks we had in there just now. Sure didn't look unstable to me. Bet it won't be long before every person and Pokemon in Luminose could get solved up. If we can stop it, we can figure out what's going on at that big distortion above the tower, right? That's the hope, yeah. No matter what it takes, we'll put a stop to our world merging with Hyperspace Luminose. We didn't work so hard to protect Luminose just to watch it turn into some nightmare zone, yeah? Anyway, let's get back to why I called you all here in the first place. We managed to finally learn something new. Tell us everything. Yourselves for this. We've learned that Hyperspace Luminose is being created and sustained by a single Pokemon. Just one Pokemon? A Pokemon could be capable of all this. Exactly. This Pokemon spent a long time exposed to the unbridled Mega Power from when the tower went on its rampage. Oh, well, this is why it takes place after the main game. That explains why the distortion of the tower is too intense for us to get a read on it. It says overwhelming energy detected now. So, all that Mega Power is causing a Pokemon to generate this strange outer world. Sounds like this Pokemon might go low. We gotta save and catch it. Excuse me? Huh. Once we save that poor Pokemon, will Hyperspace Luminose disappear forever? If it disappears and takes with my dream of catching the fine legendary Pokemon after, I'll understand. A dream isn't worth the suffering of everyone here in Luminose. It's very thoughtful, you kid. I'm touched. Here's the deal. Once we handle the Pokemon causing all of this, Hyperspace Luminose should finally stop expanding. So maybe it'll disappear right away. According to our calculations, it'll linger for a bit. Hopefully long enough to follow your dream. Huh? Okay. That's what proves that we could keep going into Hyperspace Luminose even after we finish this. Thanks, Corbel, and Ansha too for being so understanding. But there's still a problem. How are we supposed to get to that huge distortion above the tower? Hoopa's help. It seems beyond us. Only we are capable of making even better donuts for you all. I don't think this one's your responsibility, so your donuts have been nothing but great. Wonder if there's some other way to power up our donuts. Stuff you haven't tried yet. Any ideas, Koyoshi? Maybe the power of Mega Evolution will do the trick. What are you talking about, Koyoshi? I get it, and I think you got it. Wolfie, Hoopa, and Donut, we have fused with the power of Mega Evolution. Huh. Hoopa might not be able to Mega Evolve, but I bet a donut like that would really bring out some real wild power anyway. I rather like the idea of a Mega Donut. Got a nice thing to it. If we combine all the powers of our wonderful Mega Evolution users, I think this ought to work. Right, we need more than TMZ. It's time to bring out a ragtag crisis team back together. A plan like this needs a name. We'll call it Operation Mega Donut. Using a donut of mine to awaken a power in Hoopla on par of Mega Evolution? Wonderful. Be as if though we are Mega Evolving as well. Now we got ourselves a plan. You know what it's time for. Go out and survey Hyperspace Luminose so we can do our thing. I'm counting on you, Koyoshi. Well, guess just leave everything to me. You're a real character, you know that? I know, right? Is it above ground or is it just in the sewers? I don't know why, but I want to go to this first. I wanted to check down there too, so there's a good chance it might have been something else. Wait, it is still underground, but not in the... Oh, it's in the... I think it's inside the Luminose sewers. This random side mission. Dang. So I just walk in here and a side mission will start? I see where it actually is now. It's over here, huh? What are you doing all the way down here? Must be a lucky day. You're the kind of trainer I was looking for. Shit, I ain't lucky. I'm in kind of pickle. Seems like some big old Pokemon clogged up a pipe down here. That is a real doozy, so it might kind of be tough to handle. That's where you come in. I'll send you the location where the Pokemon's probably stuck. Use your map guidance feature and check it out. Alright. He even tells us to use the guide. How thoughtful of him. Even he knows that it'll probably require a guide. So we have to go that way. through all bunch of stuff, likely. Ah, here it is. Dunzo is stuck in a pipe. Might be able to free it by having a Pokemon use a move on it. Alright. Uh-oh. You startled the Dunzo into thrashing about, huh? Alright, well, we're using Raichu against this now. Dude, it doesn't want to use anything else other than Liquidation, dude. It's constant. I think I pretty much got this right there. There was nothing I could do there. That was with a Pokemon that had super effective stuff. Like I said, everybody's getting smarter. Just having normal super effectiveness isn't gonna work anymore. They start pulling moves like Giga Impact and other stuff, all of a sudden things get much more intimidating. Okay, I'm just gonna heal. But not the other one yet, because it's just gonna die again. Also, it didn't even go for my Gyarados, it went for something else. My phone stopped picking up the stuck Pokemon, so I came to see what's up. What is this vein? Dunzo, huh? They weren't lying when they said it was a doozy. Don't be sorry. All you wanted to do was wriggle for the fight. I totally get that. If it's cool with you, do you want to be my partner? It's a Pokemon live down these sewers, so I feel safer with you around. Alright. Looks like it's settled. Don't think I forgot about you. Thanks for saving this doozy of a Donzo. I did Donzo. Time to get to work. Alright. So there's still more. We're getting close to the end of the side missions, though, I promise you. And thankfully, we do get to just travel back to the entrance to go more quickly. Alright. Did that. Now we're going into here. Alright. I'll just heal. I don't know if we get healed after that or not. Some side quests automatically heal you, some don't. It's not really a good way, in or out way of doing it. Alright, well, we'll go ahead and do that. It's just Ultra Balls this time. Alright. So we need 2-star Wild Zone specifically, huh? Oh, here's a high level one. 4-star with what estimated level 170. Yet it has all the same Pokemon we've already seen. Man. I may as well go in at least one of those, but man, I don't know how, if that's gonna be super hard or what now, but it feels like it will be. Alright. Now we can make, let's see if we can make berries. They'll be as powerful as we can. Gonna use all of the new ones first in one donut. They also are more powerful, so we can nearly get the flavor score all the way up. This will probably be what we use for the last boss. So cool, we'll show this cutscene. Been quite a while since we've seen this whole thing. Mega Power Conservation and Defense Power, okay, that will probably be good for the final boss. As for the other ones we'll make, I don't know. Kinda have to use a mix of the stuff we have. We'll try to get its flavor score up to at least level 8. And then, since we still have others, we could also take them into the other lower level ones. Now, what's interesting is I want to see if it changes anything to use a mix of lower level donuts first. Like ones we have a lot of, for instance. What does that do? Okay, well, we can use them to make 3-star donuts at the very least. Now. So I guess that will work, depending on what we do. That we could use in our lower level stuff. Alright, I guess the first thing we should do is... there's this 4-star one. There's some Battle Zone ones, but... I kind of want to test my functions of it. I don't know why. I kind of want to. So, I've decided we're going to pop in here. Yeah, that thing I mentioned I probably wouldn't do normally. I kind of joked around. Instead of going for one that has new Pokemon I haven't seen yet, I'm going to go and actually do our first ever 4-star Wild Zone. It's literally right there. I don't see why we shouldn't do it. Okay, it's in kind of an annoying spot though. I didn't even know that would be this far out. Good grief. Super annoying. We have to like go all over the place around the loop just to get to this. Probably my least favorite part, honestly, of this game is when they hide stuff like this in the little corners of the map to the point where you have to go on all the roofs just to find one freaking Hyperspace distortion. I wish they just made them exclusively be on the ground. It'd be so much simpler. Well, I guess they make you explore the secrets, so I guess that's cool. Anyways, one of the newer donuts, this one, that's what we're using. So, yeah, this is our first 4-star donut. We need to do this 4-star Wild Zone safely, so yeah, that's what we're gonna use. If you use anything lower, then you probably won't be able to stay for long at all. Unless you, like, go really fast, so you want to probably have as strong of a donut as you can for these higher level ones. At some point, the Hyperspace Pokemon could be up to as high as level 200, too. Okay, catch window. We need to catch 3 different species, but we'll also have to use stuff on them. Also, in some of these later ones, you may have to also start making specific donuts that have catching powers associated with them, too. I'm not even joking. We'll try to use the catch window first to make sure we do stuff properly, man. It's gonna be really awkward. We'll use the last catch window. Oh, it's gonna take the longest route possible, I see. Why does Gyarados always do that? There are many other options to take. Okay, well, since I'm not going to be able to stay in this one for long, we should make sure we actually complete the adaptives. Oh, that's a different Marowak I've ever seen before. Should try and catch that first, and then also catch this Cubone with the Species Vein. Okay, so even though it looked like we were the same... Oh, it told us this time that our boxes are nearly full. It, like, warns us ahead of time when Pokemon will start getting wasted. The only problem with Hyperspace Luminose, honestly... In fact, you get so many duplicates by the end of the game, it starts to get a little ridiculous. Then you suddenly have to waste time releasing a bunch of Pokemon. Gosh, who knows how long that will take, man. It's not like I don't need a full dex, it's sort of like I want a full living dex. Okay, that's really cruel, game. It's annoying enough leaving it in the side loop, but putting it right next to a barrier where you then have to just barely waste time going over it, all just to get one side vein. Why can't we just go there easier, man? Okay, well, I guess that wasn't too bad. It was just annoying having to go over that full barrier for no reason. Okay. One thing's for sure, I can never use enough Eevees, it seems. Or lucky enough to get an Eevee to show up here entirely. I really wanted this to be the first time we catch an evolution Pokemon. Yeah, an evolution itself we actually managed to catch. Alright, now we're just farming items, I guess, in these. And yes, your Pokemon will follow you as you go. Doesn't help when it doesn't know what to do, though. Okay, well, to be so annoying. I almost wanted to say maybe we could use something different. Let's try this instead. Oh, so much better. Don't know why I didn't just use that move sooner. Okay, well, so far they're not any different, supposedly, from the other higher level ones. Once again, we're starting with a similar problem, but this time we can just teleport back and check the other spot instead. Yeah, in fact, we could just drop down from the sky to get there. Perfect. We still need quite a few Gimme Cola coins anyway. Might as well go for all those. I say as I got free items that weren't Gimme Ghoul coins at all. Alright. I think I'm gonna leave now. We already got fell into it surprisingly fast, even though this was a higher level mission. Surprisingly simple. I hope that we started at the roof so we could get the most tedious part check done first and then just drop off the roof when we needed to do that. It is kind of RNG dependent anyways, where all the stuff spawns in Hyperspace Luminose. Yeah, the small ones are easier to explore, but they might not be as easy to get all the objectives done as, say, a medium one, or a large one is even probably harder, like, because of that reason. Alright, before we go, let's just check all these. Oh, we actually have 99 now. Oh, crap, we just got that just now. You know what that means, folks. We can actually evolve Gimme Ghoul. Wow. Let's just search for it then. Yeah. Alright, well now we can use these. Could we just not return this Aquanta if we want? Alright, he looks really cool now, actually. Cool. We're gonna have to actually keep him for a bit anyway, because it's that time again. It's that time to end the episode time, but annoyingly enough, I also have, like, too much Pokemon in my Pokedex. Boxes. Because this is gonna take longer, otherwise, we're gonna probably just go around and delete all the duplicates that aren't shinies that are ones that we use. So, yeah. Until then, I'll see you guys in the next video. Comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.